Alrighty then, do we have signs of life? Do we have signs of life? We do indeed. Just turn that on down a wee bit. Howdy, how y'all doing? I would just like to say I support this plan. Moving to another dimension sounds fantastic right about now. Absolutely fantastic. Peace and quiet, better internet, eldritch abominations. It's a win and a win and a win. I'm loving this play. You know, there was a video essay I saw on YouTube a couple of months ago, which was talking about the idea of cosmic horror and why it was so popular. And the theory presented was one of the reasons cosmic horror is so popular is because it is cosmic bliss. And the argument that was brought up was a story by a horror author from the early 1900s, Clark Ashton Smith, who wrote a story about a human who goes to a strange plane of existence where there is like a light, and beings will go into this light and they're just instantly destroyed, but they worship this light and are having almost religious experiences, approaching something which is beyond their comprehension, beautiful beyond imagining, but it destroys them the moment they touch it. And this is like eldritch horrors and beings that are beyond human understanding who are also experiencing the same thing. And the argument was, well, part of the reason cosmic horror is so appealing is because it represents a state of cosmic bliss. It is the idea that there is something or force which is so completely unimaginably powerful and beyond our experience that we have no way to logically process it, and we just turn to bliss and self-destruction. Which I thought was a very interesting way to approach the topic, to be honest with you. Because we go through our daily lives with our taxes, our jobs, our annoying colleagues, noisy neighbors, whatever it is. And that's normal for us. Whereas if a gargantuan extraterrestrial being was to just appear in next to Earth and just peer down on us, we would all be like, holy crap. And it would cause some kind of change. Whether for good or for ill, remains to be seen. Like, if this thing truly does not care about our existence at all, it would probably just look down at us and then walk off in space. Or maybe it would look at us and go, ooh, place to snap, and then just sort of lunge on the Earth and belly flop on the planet and destroy everything. Which could be a very interesting way to go about it. But, yeah, Narora, thank you so much for popping in. Hope you have a fantastic day at work. Kid, you got me this time. I'll give you that. That's 1 point. Eshfil, you also got me, because as soon as I saw the bang, I looked away to my phone for a second, then the other bang came, so I was like, oh, it's a coordinated hit. Wabi, welcome in. Shouldn't you be asleep, Wabi? I hope you had a fantastic time with the relatives over the New Year's period. I think people like mysteries, and sometimes feels like so much is solved these days. People also like putting an image or concept of to generic ephemeral feelings of dread. There is some cause for it. It probably touches on an ancient mechanism within our brains that evolved during the caveman days. Because back then, when we were evolving, we were living on a savanna somewhere in Africa. Massive predators all over the place. We had no major advantage over those predators except our wits and our thumbs. So, having explanations for why everything on Earth wants to kill us and eat us and is better at that than us would have been a very important survival instinct back in those days. I should sleep, true, but it is Friday. That is true. If you wanted to stay up and enjoy quality stream content, there are a lot of streamers that are out there doing that right now. A lot of streamers. I'm not one of them, mind you, but there's a lot of other ones. A lot of them. Yeah, just a interesting tangent before we jump into the stream proper. Oh my god, I just saw something horrifying on Reddit. A prop of Sylvester Stallone that's all weird and twisted and ugh. Like the actual Sylvester Stallone. I have nightmares about that. But anyway, so what it was saying was, we humans evolved thousands upon thousands of years ago in, I believe it's sub-Saharan Africa. It's where the oldest fossils come from our ancestors. So all of the human race comes from that kind of environment. Sub-Saharan Africa, thousands upon thousands of years ago, where we're small creatures running around on the savannah. You had major predators all over the place that would kill us and eat us. We didn't have a lot of advantages back then. We were these small, frail, meaty creatures that would walk around. The only thing we had going for us was our brains, our sense of danger, and our thumbs. And of course, our ability to coordinate and work together in little groups. Now, the reason I mention that is to say the same technology which existed back then in our brains, which was what made us successful, our fear response, our fight or flight, our ability to notice patterns and to always look at the worst possible outcome of any situation and then use that as a basis for decision making. All those things helped us back then. They helped our ancestors survive to today, but that same technology is still in our brains even at this moment. And I don't know about you, but I haven't been chased by a saber-toothed tiger, at least in the past 2 weeks. I'm just saying. So it's important to keep in mind that you are the product of thousands of years of evolution. There's a lot of awesome tech in you, but there's also some legacy tech which doesn't need to be there and probably causes you a lot of anxiety, stress, and depression because it's malfunctioning in the current age. You're no longer chased by saber-toothed tigers. I mean, some of you might be. I haven't been in a while. And while the technology still has its uses, it's important to keep a close eye on it and observe it and make sure it's not short-circuiting in your lives. Because at the end of the day, you only get this one life before eternity. You may as well enjoy it to the best of your ability, given your circumstances, given your biology. And what I mean by that is if you had like a inherited sickness or an illness or a weakness or something, you can't do anything about that. So you just have to accept it and work with that as best you can. Happiness is the goal of all of us. Unless you're a supervillain, in which case you just want to take over the world, which I'm not saying I have anything to do with that, but it could be fun. Yeah, sneaks and hormones and all that weird prehistoric crap is so annoying. A lot of it has no relevance, yet it still screws with you in a frustrating amount. True, but it makes up the human experience, so I prefer we have it than we don't have it. Hey, at least I got 36 hours into this year before I started feeling miserable again. I mean, it's a win. It's a win. You gotta take your victories where you can. But on that note, speaking of victories, it's time to kill the painter. Which I know sounds kind of weird, but we're playing a horror game called Look Outside, where we are in an apartment complex and some kind of eldritch abomination event has occurred, and if you look up at night in the sky, you die instantly. I know this because we've already got that ending. It was the first thing I did was look outside to see what would happen, and we died instantly. It was glorious. But now, we're going to go kill a painting. There you go. Oops, that probably needs to be resized. How do I want to do this? Yeah, that'll do. I'll be lazy. Now, I probably should get rid of the black border, the grey border at the top, but I'm lazy, so nah. There was some kind of choice they made up here. That's why there's two different save files. I don't remember what the choice was. We're just going to go with file 2. So we're playing as this dude. We sacrificed an arm to some kind of abomination in a wall to protect Ratty. You play peekaboo, but Ratty cries when you cover your face. Aww. Cute little thing. Hey, Mr. Sam, what's up? Ready to go out there again soon. Oh. A real challenge sometimes. No. What do you mean no? What do you mean no, Wabi? I am confused. Oh, hello. It's here. Did it follow you home? A low rumbling gurgle comes from the eerie figure. I think it wants to be friends. Wallet full of cash, a gift from the Mark Shadow? Yes, we'll take it. How nice of it. Read. Read? Oh, do I have any New Year's resolutions for 2026? I do have a few, actually. You lazy office worker. I am technically on holiday, so... Yes, I'm lazy. Yes, I'm an office worker, but... yeah, I got nothing. Blake's resolution is to read chat properly. Blake's resolution is 1080p, thank you. 30 FPS. So, my New Year's resolutions. I have a savings goal. I'm not going to say what the number is, but last year I had a savings goal and I met it, which I'm very happy about. So I have a new savings goal, which is higher. That's it. That's the only savings. That's the only New Year's resolution. Because I'm not... Oh, that's not good. Do we go into the giant hellmouth? Oh, this is just Joel's house. This is normal. We don't need to go in here. We've already been in here. Yeah, so my only New Year's resolution is to increase my savings goal for the year. Obviously stay employed for the next 12 months in some capacity because AI is going nuts and people are like, oh, we can replace everyone with AI, and they fire people and they bring AI on board, and then they realize, oh, maybe it's not the best solution, and then it would have been great if they realized that before they fired people. I have got a New Year's resolution to return to daily Qigong, because I have been letting that slide lately. I've been lazy. Pick something dangerous. Why would I pick a dangerous New Year's resolution? What is your New Year's resolution, Wabi? Tell me. Show us how it's done, eh? Some kind of taxidermied sculpture. This place is getting weirder and weirder. Oh my goodness. This is perhaps not the best place to be in. Was this always like this? Who the heck is that? Whoa! Is this an instant kill? That's not good. Oh, there's more of them in here. I have no resolution. I don't believe in resolution. Well, how do you get anything done if you don't believe in resolution? Well, how do you see anything if you don't believe in resolution? I mean, 720p is pretty standard, as is 1080. So resolution exists, and whether you believe it or not. You use New Year's resolutions to come up with a New Year's resolution. Be a better version every day. But what if I'm already the best? Even I cringe saying that, to be honest. What are you laughing at? I am the best version of me. I am the only version of me that exists, so obviously I'm the best. If there were multiple versions of me, that would be kind of concerning. Okay, now where is this guy's house? You're in glorious 160p right now, think of that. I mean, I generally watch Twitch at about 480p. It just depends on how many tabs I've got open at a time. Because my internet's so crap, I have this set to, what, 720, 30 FPS. Oh my god, not that joke. That was peak comedy, Marby. How could you resist peak comedy like that? Seriously. I have a feeling multiple plagues get along well with each other. If I met like an identical clone of myself, we would just sort of talk for a second and be like, okay, what's going on? Is this like a mad scientist cloned us? Is this some kind of interdimensional event? What's going on here? We would have a conversation. I want to be funny and punks. Upstun. Easy. Resolution. I mean, you have to be funny to be funnier than me, you know? Just saying. Ooh. A lot of goodies in here. Was not expecting this. I love it when my neighbors have a grenade in the house. Actually, I should probably save. We should probably heal up Jill. And then save. Alright, now where's the painter's house? This place is basically a maze that just repeats itself. I need to figure out where he is. No, that's not it. That's not it. I have a terrible sense of direction. Wedding picture. Oh, this is where we found the rat baby, isn't it? Yeah, we've already picked up the rat baby, so we're fine. Talk about random things and agree. What am I agreeing to? I haven't read these terms and conditions. I haven't clicked any cookie button either. I don't have to agree to anything. Plus, if I'm an AI, I need to beat the Kappa challenge first. No, I'm not admitting that I'm an AI, but just theoretically, if I was. Imagine Plague split into multiple clones in an attempt to escape the eternal huntress of the cosmic, aka Mariah Carey. So what, we just split into like 10 of us and then just kick one over and he's the sacrifice, the rest of us get away? Because that is a very logical approach, I'm just saying. You don't have to be the fastest, you just have to not be the slowest to survive. Although, I make a lot of jokes about Mariah Carey and her singing, but she's pretty easy on the eyes. I could happily get caught by her, I'm just saying. No, leave me to my fate. Ah, this is who we're looking for, the painters. So basically we need to kill multiple of these guys to get something from one of them and everything will be fine. What? Mariah in her prime, was it quite easy on the eyes? What am I saying? It's not that difficult. Fake it till you make it. It's what Fred always said. I'm a better Fred, new and improved. What we do, kill the effort to me. I won't do it. You attack me, yes. We want your... Well, that was easy. Type reveal? This early in 2026? Hate, love, maybe. Oh, dear. Alright, what did we get for our trouble? He didn't give us anything. I guess let's just kill all the Freds and see what happens next. You would ship me with Mariah? Oh, thank you. I'm pretty sure that she would object to that, but all in good fun, eh? Apparently the painting we're looking for is wet. No, we must kill all of the Freds. Putting us to sleep, how dare you? Glad I saved beforehand. Ah. Canvas bag, damn it. We need some kind of a canvas bag to take the painting, but we know where it is now at least. Image of a wall. How about you try to be humble this year? Reference, I'm the best. I mean... I am the best me that exists because I am the only me that exists. It doesn't seem like that's ego. I think that's just a fact, you know? Now, if there were other me's that existed, then yeah, I'd have some competition. But if it's just the me, then, you know, I can only be the best. Mana, hello. Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well. How goes the work on the essays and the writing and the stuff? Ooh, books. This is, I'm sitting in front of it, this is an actual room, we got sidetracked so hard, I don't know where to continue. See, the rational thing for me to say right now would be, okay, take your phone and put the phone in a drawer, and then tape the drawer shut for 24 hours, and then just work on the essay, and that also means that you can't watch streams. But then that would be detrimental to me. So what I will say instead is... Nah, I get nothing. I would recommend that if you're stuck, you need to reduce the number of choices that you have. Because we have choice paralysis, where if there's too many options and too many things we can do, we can't really choose the correct thing to do. So if you reduce the number of choices you have temporarily, it will force you to focus on what you need to focus on and finish what you need to finish. But I've got the whole internet right here at my fingertips. It was much easier back in the day. I remember when I was a wee lad, we had a mobile broadband. It was a USB dongle, so my laptop would be there working away, and I'd have to plug in the dongle to get internet, which was inconvenient at the time, but very convenient in that I could say to myself, okay, I need to focus on this, yoink the internet. I don't think these are a painter. Let's finish them anyways, though. I remember having about 1 hour of dial-up a day. I don't think I've ever had... Actually, no, I used to live... way back in the day when I first got internet, I had to live off 2 gigabytes a month. 2 gigabytes. Can you remember that? Outrageous. I had a spreadsheet to track my usage in megabytes. I'm so glad that those days are long gone. Okay, now I need to heal because we are poisoned and suffering from a couple of different problems. Oh, hang on. And the last thing we needed was something to get our SP up again. A chocky bar. What you would do is queue up uploads and downloads before and post offline, then connect to the internet in the evening, fire it all off, and then disconnect quickly again. Thankfully, I've not been in that position. I just had poor little data caps. I still have a data cap now, actually, but it's nowhere near as small as 2 gigabytes, thankfully. I watched a whole anime from yesterday today. Was it a good anime? That's the question. Because if it was a good one, then I think you're in the clear. I think that's okay. Here's another Fred. Let's finish him. Your friend, please stay back. I don't want to hurt you. He's biting us. Time to finish him. Kill it. Well, that's that done. And we're not actually getting any prizes for all the murder that we're doing either, which concerns me, because we need to get a canvas bag and some other things. Is BitTorrent still a thing? It is, yes. Obviously, we don't condone piracy here. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But QBitTorrent is the new kid on the block. You didn't hear that from me, by the way. It was just a sneeze that happened to sound like coherent words. I have very strange sneezes. How's the gaming going? The gaming is going good. We are currently killing painters. Look upon our godly form, mortal, and be struck with a we? Do we have to go to the bathroom? We are Frederick the Many. We have transcended mortal form, and we have a quest for thee. Terrible demons have gathered There are 9. They must be slain. Perform this task, and we shall grant you a boon. We have spoken. Dost thou accept thy quest? I am very tempted to accept the quest of this Frederick the Many. I think he's very trustworthy. Don't you think? I mean, look at those eyes. Very trustworthy eyes. I think so, anyways. There is no Frederick truer than I. What dost thou wantest? Man caught a glimpse of what lies beyond the veil, and a sliver of that man transcended beyond humanity. Let my divine essence wash over you. What's he gonna... What is this divine essence? Let's see how good this divine essence was, eh? Sophie is charmed? What? I mean, it's not exactly my type. I mean, if you woke up and that was in your room, wouldn't you just agree, just so you could quite slip out, board up the house and bombard it from orbit? What I would say to that is that there is a fantastic video essay by a creator named... Oh, what's his name? Jacob Geller. Where he basically does a discussion about the conceptual failure of orbital lasers in media. How all of the instances of it just fail to properly convey the gravitas of what a bombardment from orbit looks like. So what I would say, Ashrael, is if I woke up and this was at the foot of my bed, I would say, oh, hello, how did you get in? And I'd have a conversation with it. And then I'd probably leave the house. Right, I wasn't dead. But I couldn't strike it from orbit. I just don't have that kind of budget, unfortunately. It does look charming for a bird. It's not a bird, it's an artist. This is a visual representation of an artist. Oh, done. We better get some kind of present for all this moitering we doing. That was the deal with the remaining thread, though. But if you were a bird, if I was a bird... I don't know. What would I do if I was a bird? I think I'd be in a tree somewhere. I'd be in a tree somewhere, chirping away. Having a time of my life. Eating worms. Oh, it's even darker. What the heck? Why is it darker all of a sudden? That's not good. Maybe he was illuminating it? Aha. So that's the winged thing. So the ones that we've been killing are ending up as actual paintings, so he picked right. I think. I just realised we need to heal up. Do you have jays over there? They are worryingly intelligent for birds and also bastards. I also once had a raven follow me for 5 miles. Did you make friends with a raven? That's what you're supposed to do. If a raven is following you around, you're supposed to give it some food and basically look after it. There's a, near my workplace, we're about 10 minutes away from it, there's like a shopping village, right? And there's a couple of pizza places there that sell cheap slices, $5 for a really big slice. And what I would do in the wintertime is I'd go on my lunch break, I'd head out to this place, I'd grab a slice, and then I'd sit down at like a public bench and table. And there were these magpies that had learned to recognize me when I was wearing a red hoodie. So every time I was wearing the red hoodie and I sat down, bang, 3 magpies would just instantly land all around me and just start looking at me. And I knew that they wanted food. So I'd take some of the meat off the pizza, like the, whatever the meat was, take some of that off and I'd hand feed all of them and then they'd bugger off. But if I don't wear the red hoodie, they don't know it's me. And that's just magpies. Crows and ravens are even smarter. We just need to bolster our stim. There we go. It somehow knew there was food in my bag, followed me for 5 miles, and the moment I put my bag down to take a photo, I looked back and it opened the zip of my bag, got the biscuits out, and I was impressed enough that I let him have it. I'm kind of surprised it followed you that long just to get food. Like, surely there are bugs and worms and other things that are close by. I think it just wanted to be friends, and that was its way of saying, hey, feed me and we can be friends. I wonder how long it actually... Getting horrible screech, machine limbs get limb, eyes roll back. Yeah, we got him in the end. Okay, we need to give Sam a new weapon. So... Joel looks wonderful. Joel is a young man. I can't remember how old he is. He's like in middle school or something. Who made the mistake of looking up at the sky. And he turned into that. So we have to look after him. We're basically looking after 2 kids at the moment. But that's what happens during the Eldritch Apocalypse when you're trapped in an apartment complex is people turn into monsters and you have to retain your humanity by opening a daycare. She got a cowboy hat. Seemed like in death, even his body continues to shift and change. Ugh. I don't see a new painting appear after we killed him. That's not good. I think there were supposed to be 8 threads. Ah, there's one. Oh, this is gonna take a while. I thought you'd maybe be a friend. I can't trust anyone. Anyone! You can't. We betrayed you. I think a situation plagues first when I look outside. I never would, but end up more insane than everyone else. See, the moment this game started and I knew it was all about, you know, don't look outside, the very first thing I did was look outside a window the moment the game gave me any freedom. So, yes, I would heed that call in the void. Is it scared or scarred, Fred? Scared. Scared. Oh. I feel bad. But this is the only thing I know to do, is destroy. I'm sure that would hold up in court. I don't know, man. Court is its own bizarre set of rituals, so it may actually work. Like, I've been to jury duty twice, which is a pain in the arse, and I don't like doing that. But, we just pause the game in case something comes to eat us. A couple of years ago, I was working for a software company, and we were involved in a federal court case. We were asked to provide information about a user who had basically broken the law. And I remember sitting in our offices, just sitting across from a couple of representatives from the relevant government agency, and they're both ex-police officers who then went federal. And just reading through the document they were preparing, listening to them talk about how this would all work, about what they needed from us to actually arrange everything, it just made me think how archaic and strange the legal system is down here. Like, I won't say what happened or what it was, but it was a white-collar crime. I know this person did it. And I'm not going to say anything about who it was, when it happened, etc. But they did eventually plead guilty and take a plea deal. But they actually did it. And yeah, just the way these two ex-cops would talk about, well, here's exactly what we need to prepare to put together a brief to send to the Department of Public Prosecutions, who will prepare the case. But the main thing that really stood out to me was, we need to prepare a brief for the Department of Public Prosecutions, who will review the case and see if there's any merit in proceeding with it. So as long as there's not a sufficient evidence for the DPP to consider the case worth the time, you can actually get away with crimes. So it's not about, did you do it? It's not about, is there enough evidence? It's about, does the DPP think they have enough for a solid case to make it worth the time to even try? And when I learned that was the legal system, something in me just broke, and I'm just like, oh, that's why so many people get away with things. Because it's not, did you do it? It's, is it even worth the time versus how likely are we to succeed? And then finding out that you need to hire barristers in addition to lawyers and all this other crap, it just made me realize that this is a whole orgiastic ritual that is far beyond my understanding. And yeah, I don't have the money to be involved in that world at all. The first time that anyone accuses me of anything, I'm pretty much screwed. Not because I'm guilty, but because I can't afford a defense. And there was a famous case here a while ago, and this is one of the reasons that I'm so opposed to the children's social media law that was passed in December last year. What happened was we had a politician here, and he was an asshole. I'm not going to name him because then he can sue me. But if I don't name him, he can't sue me. So he was an asshole. He was a public figure. No one liked him, basically. And someone on Twitter basically took a swipe at him in a tweet. Was like, oh, look at this guy, he's such an asshole. Whatever it was. And this politician, he sued her. He sued her for defamation. So you've got an elected politician who's making a 6-figure salary on the public purse suing a random citizen because he didn't like something they tweeted. It wasn't like a whistleblower kind of a deal. It was just an opinion. And because this person could not afford any kind of defense in Australia's legal system, she had to take down the tweet. And she was still at risk of being sued, and I believe she had to settle out of court with him. And then he later proposed, okay, we politicians should pass a law which means that we have our defenses paid for by the government so that he didn't need to pay for it personally. That would have given every single politician in Australia an unlimited public purse to sue anyone they disagree with over any matter. And then it would be a case of we ordinary citizens need to somehow get the money for a legal defense, which is ridiculously expensive. We have no free speech. We have no rights down here. I was horrified beyond words when I saw that whole thing unfold. And that's still possible today for that to happen. So when the government's like, we're going to pass a social media ban, which forces companies to identify if someone is under or over 16 to let them have social media accounts, my first thought was, fantastic. If these social media companies are required to verify the IDs of people, politicians now have a much easier time of forcing the companies to disclose the real identities of people for the purposes of lawsuits. And that horrified me beyond words. So yeah, that's the whole reason that I'm so opposed to the social media quote-unquote ban, is because it has a mechanism whereby it forces Australians to be identified by these companies. And then that led on to these companies may be forced to provide the real identities of people, which in a lawsuit, discovery is the most important thing. To file the lawsuits, you need the name and the address of the person you're trying to sue. If you can't get those two things, no matter how much merit the lawsuit has, you can't technically proceed with it, just because of how archaic our system is. You need to know who you're suing to sue them. So, yeah, I was horrified. Horrified beyond words. Anyways, I came in here to heal up my characters for the next fight. Let's do that. We're running out of food. Got called to jury duty 4 times. I really want to never do it again. It was miserable. I've only been called 2 or 3 times, and then I've only actually gotten through to the final round where you're in the courtroom once. So the way it works is you get the letter, you go to the local court in your jurisdiction, you sit there in the room, and then they call people from the pool, and then sometimes you spend the whole day sitting in this room and you don't get called, which is good. It does mean you've wasted a day, and you don't get paid for it. If you go through the next round, so you progress, then you might get pulled into a smaller pool, and then from those pools, you could actually get asked to go into a courtroom. And then from that courtroom stage, they say, okay, we brought in like 20 something people, we only need 12. And then they just call a few from the pool. So it's like big pool of people, take some out, take some more out, take some more out. The furthest I've ever gotten is physically sitting in a courtroom with a dude who was being tried for having some weed on him. And I think he had it on him like 2 years ago. So it was already 2 years since the offense had happened and he was finally in court. And I remember just sitting there being utterly astonished at how much waste. There were thousands of people. There was at least 1,000 people in the room that I was in before I was taken to this courtroom. Most of them would have got at least $100 for the trouble of being there if they hadn't been dismissed as soon as they arrived at the place, which has happened before to me. And it was just astonishing. All this money, all this waste, just for a dude who had some weed 2 years ago. It was surreal. At the end of the day, I didn't get picked for the jury, so I went into that final room. I heard what the case was. I saw the dude who had done it, but then I was ultimately not selected, so I didn't actually have to sit in his trial. It was surreal, but another part of me is happy that that whole rigmarole exists because it means that there are certain checks and balances that exist purely because of tradition. The example I would go back to is to sue someone, you need their name and address, and if you can't get that, you technically couldn't proceed with the suit, even if it's justified. So as long as you're able to avoid that, then happy days. And that goes back to my whole politician attempted to sue someone. If he couldn't have forced the court to get that woman's real name and address, he technically couldn't have actually sued her or gone to the stage that he did, but he was able to get that information and bang. So always sign up with fake information, is what I'm saying. Oh my goodness. I think it's Fred there in the background. Oh, it's 3 Freds. Oh, this is not going good at all. Uh-oh, Sophie's nearly done for. Okay, good. We at least got rid of 2 of them. Okay, no holds barred. Oh, done. More depressing thing for me was every single case without domestic or child abuse. Never again, please. Yeah, that cannot be fun. That has to be awful. I was kind of glad that I never got anything serious and it was just like a drug possession thing. As opposed to domestic violence or child abuse, because that would be awful. I would not want to hear details of those cases. Okay. Do we have any... Oh, she's just going to have to suffer. Because the poison does wear off eventually, but it just means she'll have to take damage for a bit. Okay. We got a key. Maybe we can open the safe that we saw in another room. Joel has lost teeth. That's just a random encounter. No, that's nothing. There we go. Now, I don't know if they're on holiday or not, but I was seeing 3 Australian creators disappear after the social media ban. I'm hoping they all come back, but... yeah, 3 of them are gone. Fixed turbine. Canvas carry bag. Aha! Perfect. How many portraits are left is the question, really. 1. So there's 2. We need to find 2 more. I suspect the dude we've been talking to is also a painting monster, so I'll probably have to kill him too. Oh man, can't see a damn thing. Do we have an item for that? We have a guinea pig. But no, we don't. Okay. Now, where was this painting? I think it was over here somewhere. And I don't remember why, but I think we're after a wet painting. Cool. Can we take more than one? Actually, no, we only want this one. If I was an insane painter, I would totally live in some dark log cabin somewhere with walls filled with grotesque paintings of myself, nothing else. I think that is an incredibly wise idea. I would do that too. I mean, you have to surround yourself with the art. There was an old graphic designer I worked with back in the day, and he would always say, he would always force us to have our monitors up so he could see it. He's like, I need this stuff around me at all times so I can see what you're working on. And he would instantly go, no, wrong, change this color, bad, fix this, wrong. And credit to him, he knew exactly what he was doing, so... Am I sure it's... Yeah, all these are dry, and the painting we took is the only wet one. Oh, crap. There's more than one wet one. That makes things complicated. It's wet. Oh, wonderful. There's 3 of them at least. I think there's 2 more of these things we have to kill. I just need to find the damn things. Then what was the key that we just got from the dude then? I thought it was for that safe, but apparently not. Oh my goodness, it's so dark I can't see a damn thing. And it's just my ears are getting darker every time we come in here. We've dealt with him. So he's there. I think there's 2 left. Where are the other ones? There should be at least 1 more, even if he's one of them. So where is the 1 more? Unless he's hiding under something. Oh well. What's this key that we got actually? Painter's key. Nice fountain pen. I have some nice fountain pens. We need to get that Earth disc. The moon disc, sorry, because there's a door I know that has 2 holes. Have you fully checked the dark room, the room with all paintings? I feel like I have. But I'll go back and recheck it just to be sure. I have a terrible sense of direction, so it'll take me a second to get back to it, but... It is the only place where there's still, where there could still be anything. Oh, criminy. Ah, thank you for the tip. I appreciate it. Demand Pecan? Thank you. I should have been using the turpentine all along. Okay. Alright, that's 1 down. That means there's 1 more left somewhere. And there are at least 4 wet paintings in here, which concerns me greatly. It does make me think that the guy outside is the last of them. And that there is no real Fred. There was a way over here, wasn't there? There's still 2 paintings that aren't finished. Faceless. So we killed Faceless, though. Blinding Light. What's he say? We can try giving the painting to the weird cultist. What if you took a closer look at the paintings? Wait, we've already done this one. Oh, hang on, there's a door right here. You did nothing, buddy. Done and done. Thank you for the advice, by the way. Alright, and then there's that one filled in. Faceless. Now there's only one left. And I'm sure it's the one that's outside. So I'm going to save and try something. I feel like myself again. I have this for you. Paint palette. A partner wants to kill him too because I think he's a painting as well. Alright, let's give this to the weird cult guy. See what he thinks, because there's a couple of wet paintings, so I guess we just need to bring in the right one. Now, I don't remember where the cult guy is, though. That's the problem. Think about it. You killed the faceless thread, but the pain did not return. What do you think that means? Well, maybe the faceless guy, and I didn't use turpentine on him because that would have been the real clue, is if he didn't burn with the turpentine, he was the real Fred, whose face was stolen by a painting. Meaning the barefoot one I've been talking to this whole time is probably the last painting. I think the cultist guy is upstairs. No, this is the rat baby's room. We're taking care of that. Oh, I was saying, maybe the real Fred had his face stolen. And then the one we've been talking to this whole time is the one that stole the face. I hadn't been using the turpentine on any of these guys, so when I killed the quote-unquote faceless one, I'm pretty sure if I'd thrown the turpentine at him, that would have confirmed if he is or isn't human. Oh, we've already done that. But I guess now we'll never know. I think that's Moon. Right next to Fred. Oh, I was looking for him. I thought it was on a different floor. Now I need to find Fred's room again, because I keep forgetting where the bloody thing is. So 13 is the one with the face in the wall. Up is the helper. That's not what we want. That's not what we want. We'll figure this out. That's not what we want. It's got to be upper level then. It's not the door hallway. It's not the door hallway. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. That's how we got down here. Do you know the value the discs have, other than the planet names? I assume they used to open certain doors, and I know that there's a chart somewhere which shows the number of the planets. The one we just saw, which is going down, for example, I figure that's Earth and the Moon. Here's the astronomer dude. Guess I have to wait, or that's the wrong one. I imagine Earth would be 3, right? It still bothers me that there's one left. I'm pretty certain it's him. Although he's wearing a green ring. And the painting has red, yellow, and white. No, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. In case, let's check up on our astronomer friend and see what's happened, because if that painting is not the one, we need to find a different one. Alright, we'll leave him to it, and if nothing happens, then we'll have to find a different painting. For now, we need to head back to our apartment and chill, because we've been out for a while. Would be best to check the chart. I had a hunch that either it was the normal order of the planets, or there was some convoluted numbering. But I have seen the room you're talking about, which has all of the planets lined up. Wait, where's my exit sign? There's my exit sign. And what's this one again? The rat baby. Time for a little R&R though. It's time for me to sleep. No worries, Eshrafel. Have a fantastic sleep. As I said, I hope you dream of gargantuan megastructures in a strange alien world filled with a Red Sea. Evangelion style. Okay. Now, have any of these opened up or changed? The taxidermy one is new. We'll come back to that because we went in there for a bit. Alright. May you all have some portion of your existence free of eternal cosmic dread. Thank you, I appreciate that. Let's mix... Okay... Alright. Enough talking to plants for today. You have more sane things to do. There is nothing more sane than talking to plants. A major news site has returned and appears strangely normal, but still nothing on the ongoing apocalypse. All just pop culture stuff, as if nothing was going on. Comment sections under various reports are filled with people demanding they talk about the sky. That is strangely believable. Emojis to identify themselves online. You're also seeing the see no evil emoji to signify those who haven't looked, the cowards. You'll be able to make anything. Hang on, doesn't that mean we've indirectly seen some of the photos because we've been browsing social media? That may have been a mistake. $2 p.m. What? Oh, wrong room. I wanted to go into this room. You're not doing well. You build a lot of torture chambers, but don't have the demonic workforce to man the devices. The demons are on strike. Why are we so afraid of Pierre the Clown? I think he'd be a great friend. That's not Pierre. Feels as though there is something in here with you. Of course there is. Look at all our friends. We have the Rat Baby, we have Sophie, we have Joel. We have all the friends. What time is it? No, we haven't seen your mother anywhere. Oh, cute little thing. Okay, let us check out that taxidermy place that's opened up. But let us save before we go in there. I think we're just gonna have to kill this dude who was in here. Taggy or whatever his name was. Shrunken head. Oh, hell yes, we're taking the shrunken head. Don't know what we're going to do with the shrunken head, but we'll definitely take it. Nope. Oh, that's that dude again. Dagnammit. Kind of sucks that we can't actually see how many hit points they have. Or if there is a way to see it, I don't know how to do it yet. Okay, item... Wasn't this a Halloween decoration? Let's do it. Oh my goodness. This guy's really dangerous, be careful. Yeah, we're getting a lot of damage. We had... There we go. I want to find more characters, actually, because Sophie's good, but she's starting to get a bit, starting to be a bit weak. Granola bar. There we go. Oh, hang on. We probably need to use bandage or something to get rid of, There you go. Let's keep going. Holy moly, what the hell is that? Why are there two of them? Is this Ed Gein's place? We've got the jacket and the hat. I guess we need to find pants and then maybe some shoes? Oop. We'll hang on to some of these because we want to save them for a real problem. Ooh, 66, that's not good. There we go. Oh, there is more. Oh, what the hell is that? Okay, what the hell are these? 25 bleeding resistance, 50% bleeding resistance. And then there'll be a melee weapon, which is the Patchwork Club. Huh. Maybe I should actually be putting this on one of my... Oh, there's the boots. And there's the hat. Who the crap is going to wear all this? Oh, criminy. I mean, I think we've got everything. We've got the full suit. We've got the hat, we've got the gloves, we've got the flail. I think the only thing we need to do... Why is that now moving? We're going to kill this guy as well. Get some toothpaste, and then a med kit. We are not doing good in terms of, Oh, we'll manage. Let's avoid the big one if we can. Who's this? Yeah, he's not friendly. All right. You know, even though you're my neighbor, I think I've only seen you once or twice before. This is actually quite telling of me. My neighbors never see me. If you want to get to the ground floor, the planet poster in the Help You room will be your best bet on understanding the planet discs. I'll check it out. Yeah, no friends or anything, huh? Too bad. For some reason you feel like you're being judged by this child. Alright, what time is it? Let's see if we can make anything else. Tonic. Probably sleep. It's now night. No worries. I was thinking we would get across to that. Just as you fall asleep, you could swear you hear a raspy voice whisper good night. I haven't had marbles in years. I don't know where she's finding them. Knock at the door, wakes you up. It's now 5:42, only 10 days left. Hey, how are you doing today? Did you say something about astronomers the other day? A group of astronomers. Somebody mentioned to me, but I haven't spoken to anyone but you. I'm sorry, I must be confused. I don't know why I'm thinking about that of all things. Using a fumigation bomb to kill the roaches, they'll spread to my apartment. Suppose nothing too bad happened then, that's good. Alright, who is rapping on my chamber door? Who is that? Pierre, yes! Pierre's definitely our friend. Absolutely. Of course we will. I know it's very late, but I was trying to sleep and I just remembered when I heard your name. I've been getting your mail. Why are we so afraid of Pierre? He looks lovely. Yes, please stay away. No, of course not. No. You're going to force me to say yes, so please stay away. But because I looked outside, because of what it did to me. I'm trying really hard to be friendly despite all of it. I want to help people smile. So, tell me, what am I doing wrong? Why are you so scared? Clowns. I want to make him a friend. I think it'd be great to have him in the party. You don't like clowns. I'm terrified of clowns. Why are we terrified of clowns? Oh, I feel so bad for Pierre. Can we not bring him in? This can make everyone smile. I'm so sorry, but I can't help it. I don't mean anything bad. I thought some scary piece of me was sticking out from under the disguise or something. That's a relief. I can never show my true form. It's horrible. Would ruin all my good work in an instant. Nightmares for everyone. I love that smile. Yes, we definitely want to make Pierre a friend. I like him very much. Does that one look different? Cockroach clutching a piece of paper in its pincers. Please, food hungry, leave one table for us. I don't think it's wise to have cockroaches here. We'll leave that there and see what happens. Alright. Oh, hang on. There we go. Saturn has 146. I didn't know Saturn had 146. Listing the number of the moons of each planet. Is that important? Oh, it's the number of moons. It's not the actual... So Mercury and Venus have 0. Earth has 1. Mars has 2. Okay. So if we look at our key items, We have the Earth disk and the Void disk. So anything involving Mars or Mercury, we can use Void because they have none. And if it involves number 1, it's the Earth, which has 1 moon. So I guess we do have what we need to open at least some of the doors involving... What I really want is to make a new friend in this game. Because Sophie's fine, but we need something with a bit more oomph, a bit more stopping power. That big tall thing. That'd be great if we could make friends with that. Or even Pierre. If we could make friends with Pierre, that'd be great. I think I've fully gone through this place already. Yeah, I have. Have I been in here? I'm sure I have. Yeah, I've been in here. Projector. Do I have any items for the projector? No. Wait, am I supposed to do anything with the mail? No. And this is the that's different. Where's Pierre? Pierre! How you doing, buddy? Feel no urge to run away. Oh, here you are. I'm glad you're giving this a shot. Shaking leg leaf. I don't bite. Maybe we can help you a bit. Yes. Take this. A drawing of a clown. Take your time. You're safe. I am a friendly clown. I can see the blood draining from your face. You really are terrified. Keep with you. Face your fears. Tomorrow we'll try something a little more scary. See, Pierre's adorable. I love Pierre. We'll also steal his chocolate bar, because why not? Terrifying image, your heart stops every time you look at it. I had a feeling that would happen. Oh, tasty, hungry. Oh, he's the dude in the suit. Is the true definition of a scaly. I got too close. I don't want to fight you. Oh dear. Hi, I'm Charlie. I thought I was feeling some kind of rash with welts, and these bugs start crawling out. I think I'm becoming some sort of hive. But it's more than that, these bugs. They're me. They're my hands. I don't explain it. They all feel like my own fingers. I didn't, but the bugs, my arms, they're everywhere. Now going back from this. He was bitten by a bug from outside. Poor dude. Well, if he's not hostile to us, then we're not hostile to him. This Pierre has some interesting roommates. Oh, you're the dude. Getting onto a couple of them. I think we've already looted this place. Ah, what's this? He doesn't look so bad. Oh, imagine walking on an eyeball. That'd be awful. Man, these guys have a lot of HP. Wait, who's this? We probably want to upgrade our weapons as well, so... Scalpel, yeah, patchwork stuff. I thought so. We'll make him full Ed Gein. Chill. Patchwork Club. There we go. Shofi shines with the tricks. There are two buddies you can make friends with later that come from floor 1. Hope so. We definitely want to make more friends. Hey, Vincent, what's wrong? Get closer. Let me... He's flashing us. That's fine, he's just an exhibitionist. Not the end of the world. But who are all these dead people in here? That's the concerning part. Alright. Let's get on down. No, that's not what we wanted. Yeah, we can't get back in there anymore. Just want to see if this thing's friendly or if it just attacks. No, it just attacks. Well, that answers that question. Oh, the other thing we need to figure out is... Thought so. Taxidermy eagle. Let's do... There we go. Okay, we'll leave him to it. We're back. So... Now, I don't know if this is a good idea. Okay. Tumor head. Someone in there. What? It's been sealed for days. The gunk was covering the door. I don't trust you, Lyle. I think you're up to something. The video games department for door encounters, which time... Ah! I mean, I have been playing the video games because I know that you get some kind of a boost. I forget which one it was, but there's one of them which if you upgrade by playing it enough, it, that takes us downstairs. It will, give you some kind of a buff or a bonus. I can't remember what it is. I think they all do, to be honest, but I know there was one specifically where if you play it, it'll give you some kind of a boost. We do now have keys. Jade earrings and $200. Nice. Yep. I don't trust him. What else was here that we're interested in? Game, having it show green in the list gives you the video game skill related to the game itself. Ah. Alright, Eugene. What's this? Nothing. Is that a machete? Moonlit Cap, hi, how you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic Saturday. Is it Saturday? Yeah, it's Saturday. Or it's still Friday for some people, but it's probably Saturday for you. Hoi! Hope you're doing well. We are, trapped in our apartment building during an eldritch apocalypse. Personally, one of my favorite scenarios of all time. It's Friday, and it's been a year. I know it's been a whole year since I've seen you. How you been? I hope a lot's changed in the 1 year. Now there's a door somewhere down here that's locked and I'm interested in it. Doing good, how about you? Yeah, doing good. Hang on, is that the Has-Been Hotel emote? I gotta check this out. Whoop, nope, wrong, nope. Melee Hyper. No, it just looks like one. Although I haven't watched some of the... Not Has-Been Hotel, it's the Imp one. I always get the two confused. Tiffany Melissa emote. Oh, no, we don't want to go back in here. We lost an arm the last time we were in here. Hell of a boss, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, what was the last episode that I watched? Oh, the last episode of Hell of a Boss I watched was the one where Stolas' daughter runs away and meets up with Luna for a bit. I haven't watched anything since then. There are probably new episodes. Alright. Where's the locked door that I'm looking for? That's the locked door. Hang on, what's the clue? Number 1. Well, Earth has 1 moon, so we put the Earth disk in. I know there's a new episode involving Luna doing something. Because I saw people talking about it online, but oh, shite. The hell is that? But I haven't seen, what's this? Planet Mars. Mars has 2 moons, Phobos and Deimos. We're going to have to fight this thing, and I think he looks very scary, so let's go all out. Blitz was taking Luna over to this vet. I haven't seen that one. But it just means that I have to catch up. Ranged. wasn't so bad. I don't want to know what happens if you fall off into the darkness. Or if you even can, actually. I don't think you can. Alright, we've got that. Maybe we should take back the Earth Disk, could be useful, okay. Don't know why we would need it though, unless there's another puzzle involving the Earth. Now I know there's a closet somewhere that we can get into. Yeah, but I enjoyed Hell of a Boss. I think it's a fun little show with interesting characters. I finally got paid after a year. Hey, some people legitimately don't get paid on time, so whilst I know it's the third day of 2026, I hope you did get paid at a reasonable time frame. I remember the horrors of getting paid monthly, monthly. For a short period of time I was paid monthly. That first month, oh, that was rough. Because I had a little bit of savings to get me through the month, and then the first paycheck hit, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's pretty decent. But I've had everything from monthly to fortnightly to weekly. I prefer weekly. It's just easier to manage. Although it can be very nice when you're on monthly pay and you've been at it for like 2 to 3 months, because that way all your bills are paid. You've got the routine set, so all your direct debits go out, and then just payday hits, and bang, you get 4 weeks worth of wages. And you're like, aha, I'm rich. And then, of course, all the money slowly goes out and disappears, and it's like, aha, I'm not rich. And sadness follows. Paydays are so weird. They are. They are very much weird, but... Well, what's the... Number 3. So 3 moons. What has 3 moons? Mars has 2. Earth has 1. Pluto... The only combination it potentially could be is this, but I doubt it is this. Guess we're not meant to go here yet. Me whenever I get paid good. I know, right? And then this is just locked, if I remember correctly. Two disk slots. Oh, hang on, so 1 plus 2. That would make it Earth and Mars. No way. I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense. There's nowhere else we can really go after we did the, Oh, son of a... I didn't even think of that. Thank you for the hints, by the way. Alright. Let's save and then go through one at a time. Yes, I steal my neighbor's clothing. Well, in practice, no, I never would. But in video game land, yes, I do. Maybe it's friendly. Crawl with me. Crawl with me. If you were a worm, would you still love me? Depends on how big of a worm. There's only one door. Oh, it's a bathroom. And a disc. Is this Uranus? Venus? Venus in the bathroom? I think Uranus would have made more sense, but okay. Sorry to disturb you. You can finish your business in there, buddy. Okay, I have to know, and it's a spoiler, but that's okay. Can we make friends with Pierre the Clown? I have to know. I have to know. I want to be friends with Pierre. Can he be invited to the party? Oh, you're from floor 3. How you doing? I'm Nest. I think we met before. Oh, he wants to do laundry. We have to kill the worm then. Not a creep, but he can help Sam's for a little. No! Okay. Fail. Horrible game. If we can't have Pierre in the party, then I'm just disappointed in this game. This game is awful. Alright, he wants to do his laundry, so let's kill the worm thing for him. Come here, buddy. Crawl with me. Sure. Only 67? That's pretty bad. Done. Dun dun dun. What about this one? This has something in it. Must be Jean's clothes. Was Jean the dude that we just met? I think it was. Where's this guy? Maybe we didn't actually need to kill the worm. We've killed the monster though. I guess he doesn't care. The main lobby. Surprised the bus was going so long. What the hell is that? You can't. Just for the leader of the astronomers, we seek four offerings for the visitor. Artifacts that hold the visitor's image. So that's the painting, and then there's probably a photograph. Aha, discs. What's this? 29. Oh, that's one of the big planets. Which we don't have. So Venus has none. None. Pluto is the moon, and then Mars has... Wait, did I leave the discs? Yeah, because I need to go back out. That makes sense. Go to the vodka. Oh my goodness, that is on fire. That can't be healthy. There's a door over there, though. Well, guys, we're just on the bus when all this happened. Yes, we can't go near that door then yet. Yeah, we're going to leave those there for now. So... I'm going to head back up to the room, play some video games, and see if we can entice more people to get to the door, because I like other characters if I can get them. 3, and then we're going to wrap up the stream shortly thereafter. Just because I need to run out and grab some groceries and whatnot. It's still early in the day. I've got ingredients for lunch, but it's on my to-do list to head out and do the grocery shopping, so... We shall get through that in due course. So... I am the danger. I mean, we left the food out. Nothing happened. Them two. Aww. They're getting to know each other. How nice. Alright, video game time. Myrmidon. I am certainly concerned there's so many damn cockroaches in this apartment. I see one and I freak out and throw down the cockroach baits. Ah, that's what you meant by completed. So that's Myrmidon done. Let's get through Mad Wheels. I actually installed a GBA emulator on my Steam Deck the other day. Fired up some of the old Game Boy games. Oh wow, someone's so aggressive. Oh, it's Baseball Bat Dude. can either find him if he's hostile or buy from him. Okay. Ooh. Definitely buying that. Okay. Oh, we can do more in Mad Wheels. Let's keep going. Ah, the priest. Daily struggle, I'm doing my best. Strength and faith. I think being sympathetic and supportive of others has helped me keep together. Sure. Okay, I think. Level 10. Let's change that up with something a little bit better. What time is it? 6 p.m. I'd say it's dinner time. Shards of shattered dish on the table and attempts to skitter off. A slingshot protrudes prominently from back pocket. Hey, wait a sec. It's food. Freaking kids, man, I swear. Got some guns for you. You buying? Okay. Ooh, Gatling gun. Holy crap. Oh, man. Yeah, we need to sell some stuff and get the Magnum. I just want one. Okie dokie. What can we sell? What's worth a lot of cash? So that's 480. And... Okay. There's the Magnum. There we go. Done and done. Let's randomly mix this. Should make a Molotov, yeah? Oh, same thing. Alright, let's play one more round. Then we'll go to sleep, and then we'll wrap up the stream. Go back. You can now take the Rat Child with you in excursions. Oh, hell yes. We have an alternate character now. Just waiting for that. Still devastated we can't get Pierre in the party. That's just unacceptable. Appreciate what you do, Plant. You brighten up the room a little bit. You don't ask for much in return. Plant, I love you. No, I get it. You need a bit of time. I'll give you some space. I hope it's a platonic affection, because that'd be weird if it wasn't. Check news. Weirdest people posting about their day at work, talking about having been stuck in traffic, etc. Like they're fantasizing about the worries I had before this began. Oh good, knock at the door. Who could this be? A new friend? Legendary Gaming Collection. Deal. He's been in the gamer zone for the last few days. He isn't even aware of recent events. What's he got? Super Jump Land. Blood Ghoul Orgy 3. Oh my god. We have to. Not bad. Blood Ghoul Orgy, impressive. This one is really hardcore. Real gamers only. It's been banned in 8 countries, including ours. Gets pretty intense. Is that a... Please, food hungry, leave one table for us. Fine. So just leave it on the table. Okay. He's walking. We just fed him. Sam. Manage party. Yes, we now have Ratty in the party. What? No, he's not having the Magnum. No. Ah, it's fine. Guess he can just shoot from a distance. Oh, I know I just saved, but I'll save again. Alright. Cool. We only have 9 days left. I don't know what happens when we run out of days, but I assume that some kind of end and something will happen. I don't want to know, by the way, but I'll find out when I get there. So. Howdy. Thanks for everyone who popped in to catch the stream. And for anyone who catches the VOD later, I am going to wrap it up for this morning. I'm going to have an early lunch, then duck out and grab some groceries and whatnot, and then otherwise be a lazy sod this Saturday. Because I'm still on holiday until next week. So I'm streaming at odd days and times and hours and a bit more than I normally would because I have the time. But as of next week, I'll be back to my normal work schedule and you'll only get me on the weekends at night. Which is fine, is what it is. But yeah, thanks so much for everyone who popped in. We're going to keep on with Look Outside at some point in the next couple of days. I want to finish off a couple of games because I've got too many in progress at the moment. I've got Dying Light 2, Look Outside, Hollow Knight, which I need to get through as well. I'm stuck on the 3 Mantis guys, by the way. What else? I've got to get back into Peripetia as well, which I started playing off stream. Love that game. What else do I need to finish? Fields of Mystria. I need to keep going with that. You don't really finish that game, but I have to get back into it. And I was finally able to get Cryofear to run on my Steam Deck, so maybe I can stream that as well now that it works. Because that was the thing that I wanted to try, but couldn't, because it just wouldn't run on Debian 12. But it works in the Steam Deck now, and maybe I can run it on Debian 13 as well. You never know. But for now, we're going to wrap things up. We're going to find someone to raid out to. I have a hunch I know who it'll be. That's kind of loud. Alright, Putty is streaming Fallout New Vegas. So we are definitely raiding him. There's not a lot of cosmic horror in Fallout New Vegas, but it's a fantastic game regardless. I absolutely adore it. I've played it so many times. But yeah, I'm going to wrap things up for now. Demand Pancan, thank you so much for all the hints. I appreciate it. You've saved me some time and got me through a few things, so thank you. But yeah, I'm going to raid us out, and we're going to say hello to Putty, and hopefully I'll catch you on the next one. Until then, bye-bye.